Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. I'm Crystal Dawn Hill, and it's only appropriate that I do the video with my coffee pot showing in the screen. I was standing here washing dishes and getting ready to make a second pot of coffee, and I was thinking about how interesting it is that I had 3 different incidents all together, that each one was so bizarre of how it showed me how seemingly unassociated things or unrelated things are all tied in together. And when I was thinking about that, I guess I got in somewhat of a meditative state. And I was like, do I really want this coffee right now, or do I want to have my breakfast, brunch, whatever, and then have coffee afterwards? And this little voice said, well, you can make your coffee now and have it ready, and then when you're ready to drink it, just turn it on, because I don't like to start it before I'm ready to have it, because I like it fresh. And the coffee pot cuts off after 2 hours. And if there's any coffee left, it doesn't taste right after that. So I'm like, yeah, that's very true. Thank you. I appreciate having divine help. So after I thought about having divine help, I was thinking, okay, but where is that divine help coming from? Is it coming from God? Is it coming from my spirit guides? Is it coming from my divine masculine? And when I thought about it, perhaps coming from my divine masculine, I realized that the first time he ever communicated with me telepathically was right here in this very spot. And it was so random and so obscure, but yet it was so very significant. And if this video stops before I'm done, I'll do a part 2. Or maybe even part 3, but hopefully I can get it all done. So I was standing here, and just to the right of the coffee pot is my sink. And before I had eye surgery and could see better, I wasn't able to see stuff on the wall. And I was standing here washing dishes, and I didn't hear his voice audibly. It was more like a thought in my head, but it was his voice. And it said, look closer to the wall. And I'm like, what? And I just ignored it because I thought it was like my brain just working overtime or whatever. And I felt it or heard it again, even stronger. And I leaned in and looked at the wall behind the sink. And there was coffee splashed all over that I could not have possibly seen with my poor vision. And after that, of course, we've had countless times when we communicated with each other telepathically. Sometimes I don't know if he was aware, and then other times we both were aware and were talking about it. So when I thought about this today of could it be my divine masculine helping me, I remembered what he said on the appearance that he made on the talk show where he professed his love for me. And what he said on that talk show was, she just wants my energy. And of course, I responded to that and said, no, I don't want just your energy. I want all of you, because I love you unconditionally and embrace everything about you. And I just realized that there's something big that I've learned along my journey being in and out of relationships. And it occurred to me that he has to learn this also. If you're going to be in a committed, devoted relationship with someone, it needs to be that someone that you can give all of yourself to. not just one part of yourself or the other, but you have to fully surrender to them, and you have to fully give of yourself to that person if you want it to be a fulfilling, healthy, spiritual, godly, all-encompassing connection. And when you have a divine partner, I believe this is why you can't fully give yourself to another person, because you're giving your divine partner your energy, just like my divine masculine said he was giving me his energy. He can't give me his energy and give fully of himself to anyone else. And it's been my experience in my journey since meeting him that whenever I reach an awareness like this that is strange, that I'd never realized it before, it's when he's realizing it. So since we last had a power outage because of the weather, I haven't fixed the clock on my coffee pot, so that's why it's flashy. But I've actually looked down before and saw like it was 11:11 when I first moved here and got my coffee pot. One of the first times I ever looked down and noticed the time, it was 11:11, and I took a picture of that, and I thought that was really cool. But nevertheless, I had to do this video in this spot because I've had so many epiphanies here. So I don't know if, because it's the place where I first heard from him telepathically, if that kind of created a vortex of our merged energies. But I've had numerous epiphanies while being in this very spot. And I wanted to celebrate that. I wanted to celebrate divine assistance that we get when we're on this journey. And I wanted to celebrate my connection, and wherever he is on his journey, whatever stage of awareness and realization he is, I honor that and I celebrate that. And